just before this year's UN climate change conference, its president and keynote speaker said there's no science behind a phase out of fossil fuel, drawing condemnation from Al Gore. NTD's Jack Bradley shows us what's happening at the conference known as COP28 and dives a bit into climate science.
There is some confusion out there.
COP28 President Sultan Ahmed Al-Jaber said there's no science that shows the world needs to get rid of fossil fuels to reach the UN's current climate change goals. He suggested that doing so would take the world back into caves, sparking controversy and criticism. COP28 is the 28th annual United Nations climate meeting where world governments discuss climate change. Al-Jaber is the head of the Abu Dhabi National Oil Company. He defended his remarks today.
I'm an engineer by background. It's the science and my respect to the science and my passion about the science, and it's about my conviction to the science that have enabled me to progress in my career.
But climate activist Al Gore was not happy.
The oil and gas industry made a mistake in overreaching and naming the CEO of one of the largest and one of the dirtiest, by many measures, oil companies in the world as the president of the COP.
Gore says people are surprised and offended by Al-Jaber's appointment. Al-Jaber was appointed by representatives from different countries. Many say he understands the world of renewables and fossil fuels, which makes him qualified to lead. Al-Jaber today insisted that his remarks had been taken out of context and that he believed the phase-out of fossil fuels is both inevitable and essential.
I'm quite surprised with the constant and repeated attempts to undermine the work of the COP28 presidency.
Despite the controversy, not all scientists believe that there's a climate crisis.
Clouds reflect 90% of the sunlight that hits them gets reflected back out into space, where it no longer comes to the Earth, no longer heats the Earth.
Physicist John Clauser won the Nobel Prize in 2022. He's one of 2 Nobel laureates who joined 1,600 other scientists to sign the World Climate Declaration that there is no climate emergency. Clauser says fluctuation in cloud cover of the Earth causes a sunlight reflectivity thermostat that controls the climate and stabilizes it very powerfully.
This is clearly the most important, the controlling mechanism for the Earth's temperature and climate, and it dwarfs the effect of CO2 and methane. All the government programs that are designed to limit CO2 and methane should be immediately dropped.
Clauser says governments are spending trillions on studying climate change when they don't need to. He says climate change is a fabrication created by politicians, journalists, and business people. Jack Bradley, NTD News.